Hi guys, this is Mr. Huskin. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about how we're going to be amending our Bare Political Facts podcast project to kind of suit our current situation of remote recording. So what I'm going to offer for you guys is kind of a formatting shift, which you guys can kind of play around with the way the news cycle is right now. And then the other thing we're going to look at is two quick options that you guys can use using the Anchor FM site to record your podcast and submit it by the assigned due date. So let's start off talking about the format. I'm going to throw a little kind of outline here. That's a little bit blurry, but here is kind of what I wanted to say as far as format goes for your podcast. So what we've been working under is kind of this format where we have you guys do an introduction, we have our theme music, which I supply with you guys, and then from there, you and your partner talk about a political news story that's of national note, a second political story that's of national note, and then some kind of state or local story that kind of ties in with what you're talking about. We want to keep that. You'll notice that I took out one section we had there about our Fantasy Congress game, which we've kind of suspended for the semester for right now. So that's kind of out. You don't have to worry about including that in your broadcast. But because so much of what we see in the political news landscape right now is geared towards the COVID-19 crisis, you can still stick with this format and try to get creative with it. And obviously, bringing in those different viewpoints and those different ideas is great. I would also encourage you guys to think about bringing in some stories that are meant to be uplifting stories, stories that maybe show not so much the negative side of the current crisis, but also like positive stories as well, especially in that last segment, the state or local news. Maybe tying in something locally that you've seen, a volunteer effort, something that's going on at a hospital, something that's going on that's gone viral that really kind of supports the idea. Maybe kind of pushing that boundary of politics a little more, but still kind of tying in with the current crisis and maybe kind of give us a little bit of a feel-good story at the end of your particular episode. So that's the first thing I wanted to kind of draw your guys' attention to. We made some slight alterations to the overall schedule, the overall script of the podcast, but for the most part, it looks pretty similar. So that's the first part. Second thing I want to show you guys really quickly is two ways that you can record. Obviously, I am not encouraging you guys to get together with your partner. Obviously, that is unsafe and not feasible at the moment. So here are two options I would like to offer up to you guys using the Anchor FM site to kind of help you. First off, the big thing that I like about Anchor FM is that you don't have to record kind of like I'm doing right now in one giant swoop. You can kind of break it up over a couple different areas. So the way you would do that is you would log into Anchor FM, and you can do this by either uploading audio that you see here, which you have saved on your phone or your Chromebook or whatever device you're using. And you can do that using like voice memo and kind of write up a script, write up an outline, record it in chunks, and then upload it. You can also do that by using the red record button here, where you and your partner could maybe write up a script via Google Docs. That way you can collaborate on it. And then each of you can record your sections. However you want to break it up, you can record your sections and then record those at your own leisure, kind of dump them together into the site. That way you guys can then build your podcast right here in the episode window that you see here by simply uploading and kind of moving around and editing. You can lengthen, shorten those clips. That's one method you can use. That's pretty helpful. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, and this could be something if you're feeling like you want to have a conversation with a real person, have more of that kind of more of a like an actual conversation going on, is Anchor FM has included a really cool feature on their app, which you can put onto your smartphone or iPad or whatever device that you might be able to download this app onto. But on this app, you actually have the ability to invite in someone into a live recording session and collaborate. So I included here screenshots of what that kind of feature of the app looks like, and you can find more information about this in the directions area of your submission area on Schoology. But basically, you would go in, you would hit the record button, you would see that little icon there that says invite a friend to join. You could type in the phone number of your partner if you happen to have it, or get that information from them so that you can invite them in. And then once they're in, you guys can actually record a conversation of sorts together. that will allow you to still take care of what you need to take care of. So in essence, you and your partner can be in separate areas, but you can still kind of record as if you were in the same room, and maybe you want to have your scripts up on your Chromebooks in your respective areas. That way you guys can record your sections and then kind of edit them down from there. Now, one thing I do want to bring up to you guys is once you're done recording, it will get saved in your library area that you see here. And then you can start building it just like you did in that previous example with the different sections. So it's kind of up to you guys how you want to use that, but those are two features that I would include. One thing that they do include down here in the tips is enabling the do not disturb. So in the middle of your recording session, if you suddenly get a phone call from somebody, it doesn't completely mess up your recording and you have to start over again. So there are other little tips and tricks here that will kind of help you guys with that, but definitely consider using Anchor FM, those different features to kind of help you in your recording. If you need further assistance or have other questions, please feel free to reach out. Other than that, good luck, and we look forward to hearing from you guys.